Namaskar. Welcome to the second video of CBSE Class 12th Result Competition Series. In this video, we shall be seeing the formula 30-30-40 given by CBSE and approved by Supreme Court of India. Also, we shall be looking into the minute technical details of this formula which are going to impact result computation of Class 12th board this year seriously and deeply. What is this 30%, 30% and 40% formula given by CBSE? Let us understand. CBSE says that for this year there will be three elements: class 10th, class 11th and class 12th. So class 10th performance, class 11th performance and class 12th performance of these students. Class 10th performance in theory will be contributing to 30%. Class 11th theory performance in final examinations of these students shall be contributing to 30%, and remaining 40% shall be coming from the unit test performance or midterm performance or pre-board performance of these students this year in session 2020-21. So let us understand, this 30% shall be coming from board theory marks, board exam theory marks, because the examinations of class 10th board were held for these students 2 years back. And class 11 30% shall be coming from final exam theory marks scored by students in their respective subjects. Rest of the 40% shall be coming from unit test, midterm performance or pre-board performance of the students in class in 2020-21. Now result committee, which will be formed by the school, has the powers to decide whether only unit test performance should be taken into consideration, or only midterm performance should be taken into consideration, or only pre-board performance should be taken into consideration, or average of these two, or average of any two of these should be taken into consideration. After this calculation, board also will be giving a reference year data, which I have already explained in the previous video. Reference year data shall be given, and there two important things will be subject average and overall average will be there. So subject average cannot vary by plus minus 5, and overall average cannot exceed by plus 2. These are the two parameters which we shall have, or everybody will have to follow while moderating the result for class 12th. Now let us understand this by a very realistic example. Let us take data of 10 students whose result is currently being prepared by the schools, and their class 10th theory performance is given in this table. So for class 10th 30% contribution, first of all what we have to do, we have to calculate best three subjects mean. Let us take example of Ariman. His best three performing scores are 73, 70 and 65. So we have to take average of these three best scores, that is 73 plus 70 plus 65 and divided by 3 to get mean. It will be equal to 69.33. So this is the first step. Now this is the first step. Second step is taking 30% of this mean. 30% of this mean will be equal to 69.33 into 30 upon 100. This is the simple mathematical formula which we use, and it will be equal to 20.8. So this is the second step where we took 30% of the mean of best three performing subjects. So this will be direct contribution to all the subjects in class 12th where maximum marks is 80. This is the important thing which is to be understood, that this 20.8, which is 30% of the mean of the best three performing subjects, shall be directly contributed to the subjects of class 12th where maximum mark is 80. But there might be certain subjects like physics or biology or some other subject where the maximum mark is 70, or there might be certain subjects where maximum mark is 60, 50 or 40. So this 30% cannot, this 30% of uh, mean of best three subjects cannot be directly contributed, because if we do this, this will inflate the contribution of class 10th theory element, because it is taken for the subjects where maximum mark is 80. You see over here, English 80, Hindi 80, Maths 80, Science 80, Social Science, every subject is having maximum mark 80. So what we will have to do, we will have to do a conversion of this 30% of mean into 70%, or 70 or 60 as the case requires. For this, what we have to do, just do like it. For conversion in 70, 20.8 into 20.8 into 70 divided by 80, this is equal to 18.2. So for a subject where maximum mark is 70 in class 12th, the contribution for Aryaman from class 10th side will be 18.2. This is to be remembered, and likewise we can convert this data for 60 or 50 or 40 also. Let us now see how class 11th theory performance of the student will contribute to the theory part of class 12th. It's very simple over here, because the subjects and their maximum marks in class 11th are very similar to the same of class 12th. So every subject's performance is to be converted into 30%, and it will be directly contributing to the respective subject. For example, if we take for Dhruv, he has scored 80 out of 80 in class 11th in theory examination. It is converted into 30% and it amounts to 24. So this 24 mark will directly go to class 12's English performance. For example, in case of Sabu, he has scored 45 out of 70 in physics in class 11th. So its 30% will be taken, and which is equal to 13.5, and this 13.5 will be directly contributed from the side of class 11th theory for class 12th physics theory. Another example we can take, let us take Nagraj. Nagraj's chemistry performance was 61 out of 70 in class 11th. So its 30% will be 18.3, and it will directly contribute to the theory part of class 12th in chemistry. That means this 18.3 will be contributed from 11th side for chemistry subject for Nagraj in class 12th. So this is that 30% contribution will be made from class 11th theory side, and this performance is not of any other test but of the final theory examination of class 11th last year. Now we will see how 40% of theory element of class 12 shall be calculated. So here we have to see that CBSE says that this performance can be coming from unit test examinations, or midterm examinations, or pre-board examinations held for the students by the school, whether these were conducted in online mode or in offline mode. So what is there? The result committee can decide whether only unit test performance can be taken, or only midterm performance can be taken into account, or only pre-board's performance can be taken into account, or a mean of all three, can be taken as the performance of a particular subject in class 12th, or mean of any two can also be taken. So here is the data. Example data is over here, that this is the performance in English of these 10 students, this is in mathematics, this is in physics, this is in chemistry, and this is in physical education as the subjects chosen by them. So 40% of all these is to be calculated for English, for maths, for physical education, or For chemistry or physics or mathematics, for any subject, directly 40% of the performance of the student is to be calculated, and this will be directly contributed to the theory part. This will be directly contributed to the theory part for class 12th result computation. Till now, we have seen about the contribution to be done from class 10 side, class 11 side, and class 12 theory side. Now we shall be seeing what contribution will be done from the practical or internal assessment side of class 12th examinations. So here the performance of the students in practical or internal assessment shall be contributing 100% towards calculation or computation of the result. If let's say Nagaraj has scored 22 marks in physics practical, so these 22 marks shall be directly awarded in the practical side of result computation. Same if Dhruv has scored 27 out of 30 in physical education, so this 27 marks shall directly be awarded in the practical column of Dhruv's performance is in his result computation. Let's say Superman has scored 20 out of 20 in internal assessment of English. So this 20 shall be directly contributed towards the internal assessment side of internal assessment column of Dhruv's performance. So practical or internal assessments 100% performance shall be taken into consideration for result computation of class 12th examination. Now let us see over here how the result shall be calculated and how moderation shall be done. So whatever contribution has been made from the theory side of class 10th, 11th or 12th has been taken together over here for every subject. You see, this is for English, this is for mathematics, this is for physics, this is for chemistry, and this is for physical education. And then their internal marks or their practical marks have been added. So class 10th contribution, class 11th contribution, class 12th contribution of theory portion has been taken together. Then internal assessment or practical assessment marks have been entered and they have been added together for getting a total of the subject. This is a very simple process. In this way, the result shall be compiled student-wise. Now, two important things which are to be seen, those are subject average and overall average, because these are very much important for moderation. CBSE says that in subject average plus minus 5 variance is permissible, but in overall average it should not exceed plus 2. These 2 points are very important. So first of all, we should know how we have to calculate the subject average. Let us take the case of chemistry. The subject average is coming 61.596, while if we go for the column which shows the total, this clearly indicates that this subject average does not correspond to this total. So how this subject average has been calculated? First of all, we should understand that this subject average is calculated only for the theory portion, or we have to calculate subject average only for the theory portion, because while in reference year data CBSE shall be giving, in reference year data CBSE shall be giving subject average only for theory portion and overall average also for only theory portion. So we have to calculate subject average for only theory portion. That means class 10th, 11th, 12th theory portion contribution should be taken together and must be divided by the number of students in chemistry subject. So here we have done the same: 184.6, 185.10, 184.06 plus 185.10 plus 246.80 and divided by the number of students, that is 10 over here, and it will be equal to 60.5.596. One thing, another which is to be noted is that from class 10th, 11th or 12th we are getting decimal data, but in total we have to round it off. but while making a total we have to make round it off, because decimal data cannot be entered or decimal data shall not be accepted by the CBSE portal. So here this was the case of subject average. Now in subject average, from reference data, the variance should not be more than plus minus 5. Calculation of overall average. Overall average is calculated by adding total theory marks scored by all the students in all the subjects. That means we have to add these marks, these marks, these marks, these marks, and these marks. All the 5 subjects total theory marks have to be added, and they have to be divided, or the result of this addition has to be divided by the total number of students cumulatively taken in 5 subjects. Here the case clearly tells that there are 10 students and the subjects are 5, so the total students will be 50. So we have to divide all the totals taken together of English, maths, physics, chemistry and physical education, and we will have to divide it by 50. When we do it, we shall be getting this average 63.07. Now we will have to check whether this corresponds to the policy of CBSE of not exceeding by +2 to the reference year's overall average. So this was the nitty-gritty of the policy for result computation given by CBSE for year 2020-21. If the video makes things clear, be associated, remain associated with our YouTube channel and keep watching Sangram Singh. Jai Hind.